Hey guys, welcome to Get It Done with Gabby. Today we are jumping back in to the unloading process. If you are new to my channel, we just moved to Iowa and we are currently living in my dad's basement because he's a real one and is letting us live in his basement while we figure out where we want to settle down and if we want to buy a house, rent a house, where that's going to be, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we have all of our stuff that we have to unload and sort and go through. And so we are proceeding on with that process very, very slowly because, you know, 2 kids, a toddler, and a newborn makes finding time to get all this stuff done a little bit tricky.
Oh my god, I forgot what real cold is. It's not even 0 yet. I think it's like 4 or 6 degrees today. I just went out there to open the trailer and I about died. Okay, it's a little dramatic, but my face hurts. The pain of real cold is extreme. Okay. Yeah, the trailer's frozen shut, so tight. Okay, I'm gonna get I crocheted a little headband, but I think I can put it on my face. I'm gonna go try and find it. Yeah, let's see if this will keep my face warm. I think this will be great. Oh yeah! She's ready for winter! Ooh! I do have a real winter coat. I'm just not wearing it right now because it's too hot in the garage when you're like working and moving things, but out there's a different story. Okay. Let's see what we can get done.
Oh my gosh, I have to laugh at the sound that my snow pants are making as I'm waddling around. Oh my god, I don't know what it is about a little swish, but it is cracking me up.
Okay, it's happening. It is now -6 degrees outside and we're going to get the couch. I think it's like one of the last things we have to bring in from the trailer. We're getting there. We're getting there. Freak on a stick, man. It's done.
Alrighty, so this is what the basement looks like. Oh, good lord. Parker had her birthday party. That's what the bouncy castle's about. My aunt bought that for her second birthday. And it was supposed to live at my dad's house. Haha. So that I wouldn't have to deal with it. But now we're at my dad's house. So now the bouncy castle is a factor of life. Anywho, we are working on this back half of the living space downstairs. If you guys watched last week's video, I did the whole front half there, and so we shoved everything onto that side so that we could finish up this side. And kind of like the bedrooms, it's a fairly unused space, so there's cobwebs everywhere. So I vacuumed like top to bottom. I did all the ceilings, all the walls, all the floors. I didn't film myself extracting the carpet, but we also extracted and then let those dry and then vacuumed again before we started, you know, trying to sort out this side of things. But it has been an ongoing process, but we are getting there. We are getting things done. So the vibe we were thinking for this half of the living space is more of like a playroom, homeschool sort of space. So we're going to go ahead and use one of my dad's other couches. Well, everybody is calling it my couch. Okay, so we have this ongoing thing with this couch you're going to see us move. It's called the bird couch. For obvious reasons, it is covered in birds. But this bird couch has been in our family for my entire life. It is my grandma's old couch, which she, quote, gifted to me when I went to college. So I had a couch to use at our apartment in college. So the good old bird couch came with me to college, and then when I was done with college, it moved into my dad's basement because supposedly I indicated that I would like this bird couch for my future home. Absolutely not. This couch is not the vibe. I mean, it's a nice couch. It has stood the test of time. It's in really good shape for the life it has led. But it is, in fact, covered in birds. So, not sure how that fits in our future home. But anyway, everyone keeps trying to tell me that that is coming into our future home. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, it's time to get rid of it. And my grandma was like, no, don't get rid of it. I'd rather have it back. I hate my new couch. I want my old couch back. Anyway, we were gearing up to sell this. Like, Matt literally took pictures of it. And then I sat on it. And something came over me, man. I don't know what it was. I was sitting on that bird couch and I was like, wait, stop. You can't sell this. I don't know what's happening. I love it. You can't get rid of it. I literally have no idea what happened. The bird couch, it's got some magical powers, man. Anyway, so long story short, or long story long, the bird couch is staying. It is now part of the playroom space, which has been really nice, quite honestly, to just be able to have, you know, the couch and the rocking chair all like face towards this little area. So we can kind of hang out when Parker's playing or, you know, whatever the deal is. So I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of worked out pretty darn well. But anyway, all those boxes that you see kind of just hanging out there in the middle, those are like the boxes that I have pre-sorted for storage. We kind of rushed out of the old house. Obviously, I was doing my best to pre-pack. You guys kind of went along on that journey with me, trying to get things prepared for the move. But when it came down to it, I did not get everything done that I needed to get done. Oh, slight pause. This is what the living room media area looks like. We got the couch all moved in. The bouncy castle is coming down, by the way. We're just leaving it up because Parker just had her third birthday and she likes bouncing with it and playing with it. Anyway, in like a week or so, we'll pull it down. But anyway, back to these boxes. So as we were unpacking, I was opening boxes and kind of assessing the situation, right? Because we moved into my dad's space, so he has a lot of things already present that we don't need of ours, but we don't want to get rid of because at some point we'll have our own house and we'll still want our own things. So I was trying to sort things out that we didn't need out currently. So all those boxes in the middle are things that I've pre-sorted, and Matt actually came up with this phenomenal idea to get some bigger storage totes and have a little bit of a more organized storage system going on rather than just using all of these like crazy different sized cardboard boxes. So yeah, we will get to that a little bit later in the video, but we were trying to figure out how to lighten up this space because the dark green walls are literally sucking all the light out, and it's a very like moody, dark, sleepy vibe down here, which is fine if all you're doing is watching movies, but now that we're down here, it's more of like a living space. So in an attempt to lighten things up, we hung up Parker's Fairyland or Fairy Island curtains onto the wall here, which worked pretty good for this area. We considered hanging curtains all over the walls, but figured that's like kind of tacky and not the vibe. So at the moment, we're just kind of working with what we got, but I think Matt's going to get some brighter light bulbs to see if that will help notch things up. Oh no. Well, okay. The lighting is atrocious down here, but this is just what we're working with. We're gonna figure it out. We're adding more lighting, but right now it's very dungeony down here. So it is 7:30 in the morning, which is way earlier than I ever usually start filming, but Parker stayed with her grandma last night, so Matt and I just have the little wee one, and I just fed her, put her back down. Hypothetically, she should stay asleep for at least the next 2 hours. So I have time to actually get some things done because Matt went and bought a bunch of like huge plastic storage totes. Living at my dad's house in his basement, we don't have all the space that we used to for storage stuff, and obviously he has his whole own kitchen, so we didn't really need to unpack our kitchen stuff. A lot of things like that where we're just gonna be storing stuff until we have our own house. So Matt thought it would be a good idea to have all the same storage containers so we can store things and stack things really nicely and have some really good organization, which, you know me, sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay out all of the totes and then start unpacking boxes. I kind of have a little organization going with like things that were ready to put into storage. It's more just getting them all sorted into the bigger totes, because now I don't need a ton of little boxes because we have some really, really big ones. So that is the project for today. Wish me luck. Quick side note, redemption arc for this little vacuum sucker that comes with the space saver bags, or whatever you can call them. Why can't I think of what these big suction bags are called? I don't know. Anyway, redemption arc for the little pump that comes with it, because I'm a freaking dingus and didn't have the bags sealed all the way the first time I tried to use them, and so I badmouthed the little sucker and said you needed a real vacuum. That is not accurate. The little hand pump thing actually works totally fine if you actually seal the bag first. So, you could totally use that if you want to try out these space saver bag things and you don't want to use a vacuum to do it, because my kids were napping, so I wanted to be like a little bit more on the quiet side and not use the vacuum. So I whipped out the hand pump again and it totally worked. So I'm just gotta use your big brain when you're using those bags. Anywho, as we're moving along here, you're just going to see me going through literally every box that we brought and sorting them into some sort of category, whether we want it out, where we want to store it, whatever it may be. Matt has said numerous times since we got here that he wishes so badly we would have done this before we moved, which, yes, in a perfect world, that would have been the case. But first of all, we just had a baby, so it was like pure chaos. And second of all, you don't always know what you need before you get to your new destination. So I feel like I'm glad we had the opportunity to go through all of this again once we got here, just so we have a really good idea of what's going on, because we are sorting things really specifically together and like doing really nice labeling just in case we need to get into our storage. Like, I don't know, we're just doing a really thorough job, and there's no like race, there's no like time crunch going on. So I don't know. Well, it would have been nice to not have to like unpack and then repack everything. I still think it all worked out for the best, but alrighty guys, that is all I have for you today. I know I kind of leave you on a cliffhanger. That's pretty much how this whole process is going to keep being until we get this whole place sorted out. Who even knows when that's going to be. But next week, we're actually going to start organizing all those big black totes that we got. We are using my dad's like back storage room. We're gonna build some racks back there and get all of our totes and stuff stored really nicely back there. I think it's gonna look really nice and be super organized when it's all said and done. But just another step in the whole process. So thank you so much for coming along with me on this moving adventure. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.